did this. You! I never resisted, you f***ing ignorant. I am a mother, and you just did something.
Welcome, Post-Pollock viewers. Dave Epstein here. Today we're going to look at another video. I'm going to try to follow what I call the case approach. Wherever I can find these principles applicable. But this is a video from a place, one of my favorite places on earth, by the way, Key West. The one problem with Key West is people tend to get themselves in trouble down there. And here is somebody who does, a young lady. The video is called, Entitled Woman Discovers Pretty Privilege Doesn't Work with This Cop. Let's see what that means.
You did this. You! I never resisted, you f***ing ignorant. I am a mother, and you just did something.
On August 3rd, 2025, Key West police responded to Rick's bar for a trespass.
The intro alone, folks, we know where we're headed with this one, don't we? Let's see.
Complaint. What began as a routine call quickly escalated when the woman refused to identify herself and tried to flee.
Where's your ID at? You want to trespass? You want to trespass?
I'm not ugly. You.
Come in the alley with me. Go right by my car.
Why?
Right off the bat, folks, she's violating C. Credentials. Why don't you just show him your credentials? He wants you to identify yourself. I mean, I think we hit all the letters in the acronym already. Be aware of your rights. If somebody is trying to trespass you, that means a bar owner has called the police. That's what I'm gathering from this. And let me just say, to get the bar owner to call the police in Key West, you got to be acting up, because Key West is known. I mean, there's no open container law. You can walk down the street with a drink. All sorts of things can happen. You should be aware of the fact that now they're calling on you. Again, the S word, just shut up. She starts in with the lip and even-tempered. Stay even-tempered. She's cursing at the cop. She's copying an attitude. Every single thing you could do wrong, this young lady is doing. The mother, she points out at some point. We'll see if she does again later.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You did.
Excuse us. Excuse us. There's a f***ing car coming.
Don't cuss at me. Okay? I'm not your friend. What's your first name?
Seriously?
What's your first name? First name, please. Or do you want to go to jail?
How could you possibly take me to jail?
I need your name because I want you trespassed.
How could you possibly take me to
Where you
jail?
ID yourself to law enforcement.
That doesn't give you the right to take me to jail.
They want you trespassed. So I need your name.
That doesn't give you the right to take me to jail, idiot.
Are you refusing to ID yourself?
Once again, we've covered all bases with this yo-yo. Show him your credentials. What are you gaining by not giving your credentials? If he did not announce a reason for detaining you, then you might have a point in saying, I don't have to identify myself. Do you have a basis to stop me? He announced it. You are being trespassed by this place. That's why he got called. So be aware of your rights and your legal obligations. If the police are stopping you for a particular reason, then you better give them the credentials. There is a basis. They have a right to ask you for your credentials. And if you don't give it to them, be aware of the fact that they have the right to arrest you because they are putting you under investigation and you won't identify yourself. For all they know, you're an escaped serial killer. They don't know. She doesn't look like one, but then again, whoever looks like a serial killer. And then shut up. I mean, calling him an idiot. What are you gaining by that? I can tell you it's not going to sit well with the judge who's looking at this case someday. And again, she's losing her cool. Remain even-tempered.
Okay.
Don't move. And just signal 14. The female ran from me. I got her in custody.
I didn't do anything. Ow! Ow! Why? Why? That hurt! Why? That hurt! That hurt!
Should have never ran. Told you I'm not your friend.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Anecdotally, I'm not sure what the cop was talking about. I'm not your friend. I mean, I guess she thinks they're going to be chummy. She's not acting like she's trying to be friends with him. But let me point this out. What do you think you're doing when you run away from a police officer in this situation? Even if you can outrun him, I don't care if you're Usain Bolt, you're the fastest human being alive. What are you doing? There are police, it's Key West, and police all over the place in that town. They get a description. The police officer has BodyCam, so they have a clear picture of you. They've heard your voice. They've seen you moving. They've got you. There are cops. They have radios. They radio suspect leaving, going south on Duval Street, look for this, look for that. They're going to catch you. That is evading a police officer. At the very least, it's a misdemeanor, and it could be obstruction of justice. There's a variety of crimes in different states that they can hit you with. Usually not major crimes. They can turn into that depending on what else is going on. But what do you gain by running from the police? Nothing. Stay there. If they're doing something wrong, it will get sorted out. You'll get a lawyer and you'll get it straightened out. But running away is always the dumbest thing you can do. You will get caught. And by the way, folks, if you hear noises here in our secure sound studio, which is not so secure, I'm not quite sure what somebody is doing upstairs. I hope they're not trying to drill down here to do a pop-up party or photobomb my video, but I apologize for any background noise. So, running from the police is just a dumb idea. One of the dumbest. You're never going to outrun them. They will always find you. Just assume that.
Walk over here. Now you're going to jail for resisting.
I never resisted.
Yep.
I literally never resisted. You did this. Yeah! You did this. I never resisted, you f***ing ignorant. I never resisted. You're so You were so You're You know that, right? You know that, right? You know you're
Have a seat. Resisting without violence.
But I didn't do that.
I explained to you that
No.
You won't let me speak
No.
or no?
You're so dude.
The business wanted you to trespass, so I need your name to put you on the call. You refused to ID yourself.
That's not
and then
true.
you took off running.
That's not true.
Would you like to?
These buildings.
Would you like to?
I mean, folks, here we are. We're watching this. That's not true. We just saw it happen. The lesson really here, folks, is be careful when you drink. Let's face facts. I mean, I'm not revealing any startling discovery here that alcohol can make you do messed up things. Alcohol affects your judgment. It affects your braveness, your bravery. It affects your interactions with others. I mean, there's all sorts of problems that can happen when somebody drinks too much. I don't know if she's got an alcohol problem or she was just down in Key West having a wild time. But what happens is when you do have an interaction with the police and you're drunk, you're almost certainly bound to mess yourself up even more. If you could be overly nice or you're incapable of answering questions. Here she is being belligerent. I don't know if she's a belligerent, obnoxious person when she's sober. My guess is this is sort of reflective of a personality, an underlying personality, but I don't know. But the thing she's doing now, and I've said this in many videos, all it's going to do is hurt her when she tries to cop a plea. You know, she's resisting arrest. They're also going to get her for trespass because she wouldn't leave, although I don't know if they can trespass her without first identifying and saying you're not allowed here, but he did tell her they don't want you here. That's why he needed the ID. So, but this is the alcohol, folks. I mean, you listen to her belligerence, it definitely sounds like the booze talking.
Identify yourself now. If not, they'll fingerprint you at the jail. Would you like to ID yourself now?
I am a mother, and you just did something.
Are you willing to ID yourself? No? Huh? You don't want to ID yourself? Copy. That's fine.
Unless she's a nationwide fugitive and there is some reason she does not want to ID herself. How stupid was that? She won't give him her ID. Now she's going to jail. If she had just given him her ID when he first arrived, they would have probably given her a trespass warning. You've been warned. We have your name registered. If you come back here, you're going to get arrested. Now, looking at this girl and the way she's acting, that's almost a certainty she would have come back for round two. But all she had to do was give her ID, credentials. Nope. And shut her mouth.
My entire family is in New Hampshire. I'm the only one here. Do you realize that? You guys have no idea who I know. No idea. That's cute.
I'm sure the police officer's terrified with all her political juice up in New Hampshire. But right now, once again, they're recording everything she's saying. Hey, folks, if you do get to this point, I hope you don't. I hope you listen. I hope you follow the instructions. But if you do get to this point, you're still being recorded in the car. Don't exacerbate it by running your mouth in the back of the squad car. If you really do have political juice, it's not going to affect this guy by bragging about it. Call home to New Hampshire, say, Daddy, send down the senators and the lawyers, or, Bozo the clown, whoever the hell you think you got on your side. It's obviously not doing her any good because she hasn't identified herself. He has no choice. He has an unidentified individual who refused to identify herself, who is the subject of an investigation. He doesn't know who she is. He has to bring her in. They'll fingerprint her.
No idea who I know. So cute. I didn't do anything wrong. You have nothing on me. I did nothing wrong. You better pray to fucking God that I am back home before my daughter gets home. You fucking ignorant. I've done nothing.
Oh, time out. She's got a daughter waiting for her. Her daughter gets home. What is she in New Hampshire? What the hell is she talking about? This is a mother? She did say that earlier. I'm a mother. This is how a mother behaves. You imagine your mom is out doing this? I don't know how old the daughter. She looks pretty young, so I don't know how old this daughter is. But maybe all she's really doing now is making the cop think maybe I should call some child services and look into this.
I'm in trouble because I know someone? You stupid bitch. How could you take me down because I know someone? Swear to God. You better have me home before my daughter gets home. You're an ignorant. You're literally an ignorant. What the do I know? What do I know? What do I know?
Can I answer that one, folks? Nothing. You know nothing. You're a dope. What are you doing? She keeps antagonizing this cop. She's not getting anywhere with it, and she probably won't be home with her daughter because they will probably have her spend the night in the drunk tank, as they call it, really a cell, especially if she doesn't identify herself.
What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? I don't know anything. What do I know? What do I know? I would never. All I care about is my daughter. You f***ing ignorant. I don't know anything. I can't wait for me to prove it. You're a f***ing piece of shit. I don't know anything. All I know is that I love my daughter. You know nothing. I hate you. You know nothing. You know nothing. You're trying to get my name. You know my name, you ignorant. How can somebody do this?
She was ultimately taken into custody and charged with resisting an officer without violence. If convicted, she faces up to 1 year in jail, 12 months probation, and a $1,000 fine.
Well, okay, folks, what we saw was a woman expressing and demonstrating her profound love with her daughter by going out in Key West, getting hammered, getting into a beef with the cops, and getting arrested. And again, I will repeat, you got to work pretty hard to get arrested for being drunk in Key West. Not to knock Key West, I love it. But they're very, they try to maintain law and order. They walk a fine line, those Key West cops. But you really got to go out of your way, because I've never been in Key West where people aren't feeling very happy. But she went overboard, and listen, that is not the way to act if you have a child at home. I mean, yeah, everybody or some people have moments where you drank too much or this and that, but this is over the top. If she's smart, and I don't know if she is, what she would do the next day or day or two later, find out who the police officer is, go to the station, walk up, apologize, say, I am so sorry, I was drunk out of my mind, I have a drinking problem, whatever it is, and let them know, I am so sorry, you have to do what you got to do. I wouldn't even say, can you please give me a break? Just go and apologize. It'll go a long way. If I were representing you, that's what I would tell you to do in a situation like this, because she has spent the entire car ride berating this guy. And all he did was show up because the bar owner said, I don't want this woman in here. Imagine why. And she refused to identify herself, then tried to run, etc., etc. And now she's facing a year in jail for evading, resisting. I don't think she'll get a year in jail. She probably won't get any jail time unless she's got priors. And if she acts like this when she's drunk, it might be the case. People who get that way when they're drunk have a tendency to do that a lot. In any event, folks, I hope you learned something from this aside from not to get too hammered in Key West. And I hope to see you next time. Please hit like and subscribe. And please leave your comments. Love to read them. Thanks, Dave Epstein signing off for the Post Pollock firm.